Hi, my budding kids. So, once again, you are here to have fun with maths from your own favorite platform, Learn Forward. We are going to move ahead with your maths buddy, Mini, and your maths book, Maths Concepts and Skills for Grade 4 by Feathercap. We are going to start a new chapter today, that is chapter 13 of your book, Mensuration. What is mensuration? A new word for you. But what about measurement? That's not new. So you have learnt about measurement of length. Mensuration will be just going ahead with that. First have a recollect exercise for you. Amit loves to measure different things. Sometimes he gets confused about the instrument he should use to measure certain things. Let us help Amir measure a few things and also specify what is to be used to measure those things. For example, to measure the length of a bed, what should he use? Should he use a scale? A ruler is sufficient? No, for that he should use a measuring tape. So for smaller things, you use ruler, and for longer things, you use the measuring tape, right? So here we have the blackboard. What do you think he should use to measure it? A measuring tape, because this is longer. So you have to write the measuring instrument should be measuring tape, and with the help of your measuring tape, you have to measure the length and breadth of your class blackboard. So you can take help of your teacher. Now this is a photo frame. For a photo frame, you can take any photo frame at your home, and because it is a smaller one, so what will you use? The ruler from your geometry box. Similarly here, for a birthday greeting, birthday invitation, you will be using a ruler again and writing the length and breadth. They are called the dimensions. And for your tiffin box also, you can do it today in the break itself. Just measure the length and breadth with the ruler. Exactly. So for the measuring instrument, you will be writing the measuring tape and then the ruler, and then finding out the length and breadth yourself. Now moving ahead, we'll learn about perimeter. Mensuration. In mensuration, we talk about perimeter, area, then we talk about volume also when you grow up. So what are these? Let's understand. Perimeter means the total boundary of any shape. What is the total boundary of any shape? So if you are given any shape, its dimensions are known to you. So total means addition. So you will just adding all the sides of your shape and you get the perimeter. So how do you define perimeter? Perimeter is the total boundary of a figure. For example, if you have this frame, right? This is given to be 30 centimeters as the length and 20 centimeter as the breadth. So when you are asked to find the perimeter of this frame, what will you do? 30 plus 20. Now how much is this? Yes, this is also 30 centimeter and this is also 20 centimeter. So what will be the perimeter of this frame? 30 plus 20 plus 30 plus 20. So what you get is 100 centimeters as the perimeter of the picture. Now what is perimeter of a square? What is a square, you remember? All sides are equal. That means if your square has one side 4 centimeter, so it will be 4 centimeter plus 4 centimeter plus 4 centimeter plus 4 centimeter. And you get 16 centimeter as the perimeter. In case of a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. So if this is 10 centimeters, this is 6, you will have the repeated dimensions here. So 10 plus 6 plus 10 plus 6, that gives you total is 32 centimeters. So this is about your regular shapes, right? Sometimes you may have irregular shapes also. So still perimeter means total boundary. Yes. So you can start from any point when you have to find out the perimeter of an irregular shape. You can start from any point. Let's start from 2 centimeters. Plus this is 1 centimeter. Plus this is 3 centimeters. Another 1 centimeter. Then another 1 centimeter and next is 2 centimeter. Another 3 centimeters then 1 centimeter, then again 3 centimeters. This is 5 centimeters and we are at the starting point again and we stop. So when you are given an irregular shape, you just have to add all the sides, children. The length of all the sides gives you the perimeter. So the perimeter of this irregular shape is 22 centimeters when you add up all these lengths together. Now find the perimeter of the following shape. So here we see this is a triangle and all the three sides are given to you. So perimeter will be 7 plus 5 plus 8. So you get 20 centimeters as the perimeter. In case of this is a five-sided figure, it is a pentagon and the sides are given. So we can start from any point. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 6, 16, plus 2, 18. So 18 centimeters is the perimeter of this pentagon. So simple, isn't it? Now, a farmer has a square piece of land. Each side measures 26 meters. He wants to put a fence around his land. So this is the square piece of land. That means each side will be 26 meters. So 26 plus 26 plus 26 plus 26. What are we doing, children? Let me give you a shortcut to it here. We are adding 26, 26, 26, 26 every time. How many times? 4 times. So what is it? Do you see? It is repeated addition, which means multiplication. So you can make your task easier here by simply multiplying 26. 4 times 26 and you will quickly get your answer as 104 meters. You can do any way you find easier. Now here's an exercise for you. Find the perimeter of the following shapes. The sides are given to you here. Just add them up to get the perimeter. Now here find the missing length. How do you find the missing length? The perimeter 46 centimeter is given to you and they have given you this side, this side, this side, this side. Only this one is left. So what can we do? Perimeter is sum of all the lengths. But here one is missing. So what do you think what you can do? We will add up all these. So 10 plus 9 is 19. 19 plus 8 is 27. 27 plus 7 is 34 and the total is 46. That means 34 plus this question mark is the total perimeter. So what do you think? What could this question mark be? Subtract. Yes, 46 minus 34 is 12. So 12 centimeter is this missing side here. Because to find the perimeter, we have to add all of them, but only one is not given. We know the perimeter. So we subtract and we get the answer. Similarly, we can find out the missing figure here also and here also. Okay. So just don't go by the shape here that it is a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So this will be 4 centimeter. You have to find it out because they have not mentioned it is a rectangle. So you have to actually find it out by adding these 3 sides and then subtracting from the perimeter, and do this one also. Coming to next, find the perimeter of the following shapes. So this is 1 unit. So here it is 2 units. This is 4 units. Again 2 units, 4 units. This is how you will count and you will get to know the length of each side. This is 3, then 3, another 3. This is 1, another 1, another 1, another 1, another 1. Right? So total how many are there? 3, 3, 3 is 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the perimeter of this shape is 14 units. They have also written each square is of 1 unit. What unit? It can be any. Millimeter, centimeter, decimeter. We have learned so many units. It can be meter also. We are not bothered, but we have to write units, whatever they are. Similarly, find out for the other irregular shapes. Now, what's for you? Aman made a building with 3 rectangles. The perimeter of each rectangle is 22 centimeters. What is the total perimeter of the building? So he has made 3 rectangles and the perimeter of each rectangle is 22 centimeters. What is the total perimeter of the building? We'll just add them up. Next, area. The area of a shape of figure is the space occupied. What is area, children? Area is actually the region enclosed in a shape. So if I have this as the shape, boundary is called the perimeter, and what I am shading now is called the area. Within the figure, this whole is called the area. So area is the region, the area, the part enclosed within the shape, within the boundary. So if you have this shape, how do you find the area? We divide this into smaller squares and we say that this shape is occupied by how many small squares? Count them. 25. So the area of this figure is 25 squares, right? Square units. Whatever is the unit of this square, it will be the area in square units. That means it will be covered by these many squares. Now figure A encloses 9 squares. So area of figure A is 9 square centimeters. When you talk about the shaded part only, these are 9. But when you talk about the whole one, this will be 25 square units. When you talk about figure B, the shaded part has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 square units. And otherwise, if you see, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 18 plus 10 in the middle. So they are 28. So for this shaded part only, it is just 10 square units. Now here we have exercise for you. Find the area only of the shaded boxes. So we'll count only these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? So actually what is this, children? This is your square grid in which we are shading these many squares only. So we are counting only the shaded parts. Here 9 square units and here 10 square units. So here we have again 10 square units. Find out this shaded part, how many squares are there, how many shaded squares are there, and you get the area of these shapes. Now draw a face mask using less than 15 squares. So this is your time to show your creativity. You can draw, just make a face mask using less than 15 squares. You will not use more. And here you will have to draw a flower using more than 5 squares. So minimum should be 6 squares. You can use as many as you want. Here you have the minimum limit. Here you have the maximum one. Area of irregular shapes. Now this was about when the squares were completely shaded. Then we just count them. What in case of these shapes, irregular shapes, where the squares are not completely covered? So in such cases, what we do, we first count the squares which are complete. Like here, we will first count the green parts. Then we count the squares which are more than half, and then we count the squares which are less than half. See, in this figure, there are 20 completely filled green shaded, you can count them. Then 0 half filled squares, there are no squares which are half filled. 20 more than half filled squares, the blue ones are more than half, and 20 less than half filled ones, these are the red ones which are less than half. So we just put the more than half and less than half together. So that means with a pair, you will get one full square. So this is just a rough estimate. In case of irregular shapes, it cannot be a perfect measurement. So we get 20 more. That means these 20 are completely filled. Then 12 more half filled squares, and out of 20 less than half filled, we take 12 with them. So we get another 12. So 20 plus 12, that gives you 32 squares. Roughly, I am telling you, this is a rough estimate of irregular shapes to find out the area. Now here in exercise, you have to find out the area of the following figures. So you will just see these are exactly full, then these are more than half. right? So more than half, and then these are less than half. So when we just combine them, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are almost 6 units because the more than half are nearly complete. Now in this case also, first find out how many are full, then more than half, less than half are combined to make complete squares again, and similarly you will find out in the third shape also. Now let's connect. We have a project for you, plants around us. What you have to do is you have to collect the leaves of different plants. We all keep plants in our house. Some plants grow best when they are kept indoors. Some plants grow best when they are kept outdoors because they need more of sunlight. Make a list of names of 3 indoor and 3 outdoor plants. You can take help from your parents or the gardener if he comes to you. Find out how these plants are beneficial for us. And next, collect some fallen leaves from these plants. Don't pluck them, children. Trace the outline of these leaves on a square grid sheet and find their area, just like we have done in the question before. The leaves were drawn. Now you will be just picking up the fallen leaves. You will be putting them on the squared sheet, draw the shape, and then find out how many, what is the area of each leaf, and then you will be using these collected leaves and pasting them in a scrapbook. So these are the different examples of different plants you have at your home. You can collect from your own collection. Now chapter at a glance, time to summarize. The length of the boundary of any closed figure, it's called its perimeter, that is the total boundary, and it can be calculated by adding all the sides, length of all the sides. The area of a closed shape, closed figure, is the region that is enclosed within that shape. To find the area of a figure, it is drawn on a square grid paper, and the area of each square is 1 square unit. So we just count how many total complete squares are there and we get the area. Competency based questions for you. The given figure is made up of 4 identical rectangles. The perimeter of the whole figure is 88 centimeters. You have to find the breadth of each rectangle. So this is 32. That means this is also 32. How much is 32 plus 32? It is 64. But the total perimeter is 88. Out of total perimeter, if you subtract 64, what do you get? You get 24. Now see children, 24 is the sum of these two sides which are equal. So what is the length of one side? 24 divided by 2. What do you get? 12. 12, right? Now this side 12 is divided into 4 equal rectangles. So what will be this only one part, the width of one? 12 divided by 4 because they are equal. So you get 3 as your answer. Next, the given figure is made up of a rectangle, a square, a triangle. Find the perimeter of the figure. So this is 7. How much is this, children? We have to find out. Then this is 5. This much is 5. This is 12. This is 15. This is 9. This is 4. So how much is this? We have to first find out. This will be 7 opposite to this because they are saying we have rectangle. So this is 7. Here also it will be 7. To find out this, what do you see? This one is 4 centimeters. Then how much is this? This is 5 centimeters. Let us clean it here once. So we have to find this total, right? Yes, this is 4 and this much is 5. So this is 5 plus 4, 9. Now look at this shape. This shape is a square. We are using rectangle, square and triangle. What is the side given of the square? 9 centimeters. It means this part is also 9. So 5, 9 and 4. Total is 18. It means the rectangle has length 18 units, 18 centimeters. Now you have all the dimensions to find the perimeter. Will you be able to do? Yes, this is 9. Right? I hope the values are clear to you now. You can add them and find out the perimeter. Miscellaneous exercise for you. Tick the correct option. We can find the perimeter of a shape by adding its length and breadth. What is the perimeter of a square whose each side is 5? I told you a quick way. Yes, 4 times 5 is 20 centimeters. What is the area of the given rectangle? 10 and 3. Again 10 and 3. Yes, 26 square. This is, you have to find out the area, children. So what will you do? You will quickly divide them into 10 parts like this and 3 parts like this, and see how many squares will you get? 30. That is the area of your rectangle. Area is measured in square units and perimeter is measured in simply units, children. Area of one square is 1 centimeter. What is the area of the yellow portion? 6 square centimeters, because 6 are shaded here. Now, subjective type questions for you. Mary has made a vegetable garden adjacent to the kitchen. She needs to build a small fence around the garden. Help her to figure out what length of the netted wire she should buy if the garden is 25 centimeter long and 17 centimeter wide. Now, because this is adjacent, your garden is adjacent to the kitchen, you have this rectangular dimensions. So, how will you find out perimeter? Yes, add these two times, these two times, find out the perimeter. That will be the length of the netted wire she needs. Atif's grandmother wants to decorate her cushions by sewing different color patches all over them. So we are talking about all over. That means, are we talking about perimeter or area? Area. Why are we talking about area? Because we are talking about the region enclosed. Priya's father wants to change the boundary tiles of their swimming pool, only the boundary tiles. For this, what should he measure? Area or perimeter? Why? He wants to change only the boundary. That means he's talking about perimeter. Yes. Next, Pawan has a mixed bag of regular and irregular shapes. Help him to draw the shapes one by one on the square grid paper and find out the area of each one of them. So you'll be just drawing on square grid paper and count the squares there to find out the area. And then you have to color them also with your favorite color. So for you to do it. And another project for you, professional builders, gardeners and architects apply the concept of meter and area in their everyday work. Even at home, the concept of perimeter and area is applied almost every day. Suppose you need to design a backyard garden. What things would you need? Draw and design your own garden, detailing the perimeter and area. So it's a task for you to show your creativity, children. So you'll be doing this project yourself and then submitting it to your teachers. Ahead we have a maths lab activity to have fun learning with your teachers and friends in your maths lab. So we'll be making the idea of perimeter and area better here in the maths lab with your teacher. So have fun doing this activity also, and we'll be coming up with more interesting sessions ahead. Till then, happy learning.